Everybody's talking about AI. Everywhere you look, there's another headline. AI is replacing people's jobs. AI is replacing marketers. AI is replacing content creators. AI is even replacing entrepreneurs. Come on, get real. Honestly, I think we're asking the wrong question. I think we're being concerned about the wrong issue. What we need to be concerned about is what AI is really revealing that's been happening inside of businesses for years. See, most entrepreneurs are running around, is it going to replace me? Well, let me ask you something a little bit more uncomfortable. Does your business only work if you work it? Think about that for a second. Not what you're good at in working in your business. We're talking about all the integral parts, not what you enjoy doing, not what you always done. What actually stops when you stop? Because this is two completely different questions. Because, see, if sales stop because you stop, this is an important piece of information. If marketing dies because you went on vacation, again, another important piece of information. If customers stop hearing from you because you're not there, again, a very important piece of information. And AI didn't create any of that, it just exposes it. It's made it impossible to ignore. If anything, the AI did was it woke you up when it comes to your business. And I think that's why so many entrepreneurs are so uncomfortable now. They're blaming AI for exposing their weaknesses. But dependence existed long before ChatGPT, long before automation, long before machine learning. AI didn't invent your fragile business. It simply walked in the room, flip, flipped on the light, and suddenly people start to see what they've been walking past for years. Now, before you think this is another anti, AI video, it's not. I love technology. I think AI is actually one of the greatest tools ever created. But tools don't create weaknesses. They just reveal them. A calculator doesn't make you weak at math. It just reveals whether you understand it or not. Financial statements don't create bad financial decisions. They reveal them. And AI doesn't create dependence. It just exposes it. This is the reason why I think every conversation about AI right now is backwards. People are asking themselves, how do I protect myself from AI? I think the better question is, why was my business so dependent on me that AI actually exposed this weakness? Because once you answer that question, it's not about technology anymore. You're talking about ownership. And I think ownership has become one of the misunderstood words in business, period. People think ownership means control. I don't. I think ownership means something survives on without you. When you're gone, when you're not there. That's completely a different definition. And once you see that, you'll start looking at business through a different lens. Not how busy I am, not how hard I'm working, but what continues on without me. Because that's the only question that most people don't answer. And I think is the most important question they should. Here's what I think catches most entrepreneurs off guard. Nobody wakes up in the morning and says, hey, I want to build a company that can't survive without me. Nobody wants that. In fact, most entrepreneurs start a business because they want to be free. They want freedom, freedom from a boss, freedom from a schedule, freedom to make their own decisions. But along the way, something changes. The very freedom that they were chasing becomes their imprisonment of dependence. Not all at once, one decision at a time. Think about your own business. A customer has a question, you answer it. Someone on your team is not sure what to do, you make the decision for them. Marketing slows down, you jump in. Sales start slipping, you pick up the phone and start making phone calls. A problem shows up, you rescue it. At first, it feels responsible because you're the owner. That's what owners do, right? But here is what most people don't realize. When you rescue a business, it learns something. It learns don't move without you. Don't move without the owner. Wait for your approval. Wait for your decision. Wait for your direction. Wait for your answer. Your business isn't getting stronger. It's becoming more dependent. Not because your people are incapable, not because your people are lazy, but because you unintentionally have taught it to wait for you to show up. And this is typically a different type of business that most entrepreneurs believe they built. Here's why that matters. When AI showed up, people thought it was threatening jobs, but I think it threatened something much deeper. It threatened the illusion that you thought you built something independent. Because once AI started doing things that you, the owner, used to do, people started to panic. Not because AI was better, but because it exposed how much of the business was dependent on one person. Think about that. If one tool can disrupt your workflow overnight, was that workflow ever independent in the first place? That's a question nobody asks because it's uncomfortable. It's much easier to blame technology, blame AI, and it's much harder to admit that you have a problem. Maybe your business been waiting on you the whole time, waiting for your move. And that's the trap. We confuse importance with dependence. We think they need me by needing you. But this isn't always a compliment. Sometimes it's evidence that you built a business around you, around your moves, around your decisions, around everything that is required for you to do. And the scary part is dependence doesn't feel dangerous. It feels productive. It feels responsive. It feels successful. Because while you're there doing all those things, it's working out great. Customers are buying, meetings are happening, sales are taking place, emails are getting answered. From the outside, it looks extremely healthy. But that's because you've been measuring the business from standing on the inside. That's like trying to find out if a bridge can hold weight while you're still holding it. You're testing the wrong thing. And I think that's what AI exposes. Not weak entrepreneurs, weak measurement. This is where I think the conversation gets real interesting. Because once you understand dependence, you have to ask yourself another question. Why do smart entrepreneurs keep building it? Why? Because they're not chasing dependence, they're chasing relief. Think about your own day. You answer an email, you feel productive. You check something off your to do list, you feel productive. You finish another meeting, you feel productive. You solve another problem, you feel productive. Every one of these things train your brain. They train your brain with feedback, immediate relief, immediate satisfaction. It feels like progress. But feeling productive is not the same as progress. They're completely two different things. And this is one of the biggest lies that entrepreneurs accidentally tell themselves because movement gives you emotional proof. Ownership is delayed proof. Again, two different things. One makes you feel good today. The other feels something 6 months, 7 months from now. And here's why that's dangerous. Your brain doesn't crave delay. It wants immediate, instant gratification. That's why checking your inbox feels good. Crossing off another task feels good. Answering another customer feels good. Jumping into another problem feels good. Every one of those moments tell your brain you're making progress, but your business might not have moved an inch, but it feels like it has. That's the reason why most entrepreneurs finish the day exhausted. And at the same time, they can't explain what exactly happened or changed. Think about how many times you drove home completely wore out, thinking, man, I had a heck of a day today. And then somebody asks, what happened, man? What changed? And your brain goes blank and you realize you don't have a good answer. Not because you're lazy or you're confused, but because you measured the day by the wrong metrics. You measured it by activity when you should have measured it by advancement. And once you do that long enough, something dangerous happens. You stop building a business and you start maintaining yourself. Every morning becomes a reset. Every day you start at zero. Every day your sales depend on your effort. Every day your customers depend on your follow up. Every day your opportunities rely on your push. Nothing carries forward. Nothing compounds. Nothing develops momentum because everything has to be repumped and restarted every day. And that's exhausting. Not because entrepreneurship is hard, because it is hard. It's exhausting because you accidentally designed a system that takes all of today's energy to recreate the same thing tomorrow. That's not growth. That's survival disguised as growth. Yes, survival can look like success till something changes, until somebody gets sick, till you take a vacation, till your attention moves somewhere else, or until new technology enters the foe, AI. And this technology starts to do everything that you used to do for the company. That's when the illusion disappears. Not because AI broke your business, but because your business finally had to take the test that you've been avoiding all along. So if dependence leaves evidence, how do you know you built a dependent or independent business? I don't think it's the revenue. I don't think it's the followers. I don't think it's how many customers you have. I don't think it's how busy your calendar is. I don't even think it's how much money your business makes. because every single one of them can actually be taking place even while your business is dependent on you. I think there's only one question, not 10, one. What continues when you don't? Not what starts, not what you create, not what you push, what continues. If you disappear for 2 weeks, what carries on without you? What customers still hear from you? What sales continue to happen? What opportunities continue to move on? That's the test. Not because I said so, but because ownership is measured by continuality. Dependence is measured by interruption. That's the difference. And once you see it, your business can never be measured the same again. You'll stop celebrating activity. You'll stop celebrating long hours. You'll stop celebrating being needed because those things don't tell you whether you're building ownership or not. They only tell you whether you're building dependence that still looks like success. That's the reason why I think so many entrepreneurs celebrate the wrong thing. They celebrate being the busiest person in the company. They celebrate answering every question. They celebrate fixing every problem. They celebrate being indispensable. But indispensable is not a compliment. Sometimes it's a warning sign. I truly believe AI is going to change business. I really do, but not for the reason everybody else is talking about. I think AI is going to separate smart entrepreneurs from average entrepreneurs. I think it's going to separate independent businesses from dependent businesses because AI doesn't care how hard you work. It doesn't care how many hours you put in. It doesn't care how busy your calendar is. It exposes one thing: what still works when you don't. And I think this is the question that most entrepreneurs are going to have to answer for the next decade. Not how do I use AI, but what does AI reveal about my business? Because that is the real opportunity, not replacing yourself, replacing your dependence. That's why I think AI is not the story. Dependence is. AI is just a headline that makes everybody pay attention. So the next time you hear somebody ask, is AI going to replace entrepreneurship? Is AI going to replace entrepreneurs? I want you to ask a different question. What in my business only exists because I do? Because the answer to that question is going to determine the success of your business in the future. And AI won't have anything to do with it. If this is your first time listening to my podcast and you felt like this was helpful, I want you to subscribe. I want you to give a thumbs up. I'm going to be challenging you every week the way you think, the way that conventional wisdom has trained you to think. And that's the thing that could be holding your business back. This is your boy, J.I., a random podcast. I'll holler at you next week. See you on the other side.